So you see my eyes shifting back and forth. That's because I'm on two different devices at one time. But you know, your boy is good at multitasking, all right? I be teaching the kids while juggling they wild questions about Black Panther and everything. So it's nothing. It's nothing. I got this. What's going on, guys? With Wakandaverse Wednesdays. Been a while since we've done this. As you know, the Buffalo atmosphere has been crazy. So, once the situation happened last month, we had to move some things around. We had to switch up what we were doing. We had to apply for some things. So, the time had been really split for a while. Plus, just me emotionally having to get on camera and, keep up with the work. Can't always do that, right? You got to pace yourself so you don't get overworked, which is, I was kind of close to doing that. But I managed. I'm still here. We still doing it. Wakanda Alliance every second and fourth Saturday with the youth, bringing them Black Panther, bringing them Afrofuturism, showing them a whole new world through the world of comics, right? So, Wakandaverse. So what is it? Kind of got to reestablish what that is, because I say it a lot, but I don't really, we're trying to get it out there a little bit more. So when we're talking about Wakandaverse, we're just encompassing everything Wakanda. Everything Wakanda has been, everything Wakanda is, and everything Wakanda should be, right? Because we've got a lot of stories out there, but we don't have enough stories at the same time. So case in point, there's only been one Black Panther animated series. So he was featured on like the Avengers and everything. He was part of the Avengers, and he had Black Panther Quest, but that was under the Avengers title, and that was done in the style of that Avengers show. So it's like, did he really have his own cartoon? Because if you think about it, if a Black Panther show is coming, that has to have that essence, right? It has to have that Africanness. That has to have that the style, the art style of it, the drawing, the voice acting. Like, those are all components that make for a great show. And we have yet to see that. So the last one was back in 2010. That was on BET for 6 episodes. I believe 6 episodes. Really short miniseries, but it was dope. There was a dope cast, including Alfred Woodard, Kerry Washington, Joe Scott played Storm. So it was great. And then there was nothing after that. Yet the comic kept on going. So it's like, why can't we get more Wakanda stories? And also for the stories going forward, the next movie is coming out. We're all kind of excited for that, despite how you might feel about the recast decision. But there still has to be more, right? There has to be more toys. There has to be more stories. There have to be, more things visually to get people amped. So another take, the Avengers game. Yeah, the Avengers game had a Black Panther expansion pack, but Black Panther hasn't had his own game. So usually the argument is, when it comes to putting out minority projects or whatnot, is that there's not enough attention around it, or it's too big of a risk. Come on, we all saw what the movie did, right? So why not have these big plans to unroll it like other properties, unlike other properties? So Spider-Man sells, Superman sells, Batman sells, X-Men sells. I think that Black Panther could definitely be one of those heavy hitters if Marvel treats it right. So that's what Wakandaverse is about. It's about expanding the imagination when it comes to Wakanda, because there's a lot of Wakanda stories out there, but still not enough. So with the Wakanda Alliance program, we'll be covering the series from the great Reginald Hudlin, Black Panther. I forgot which volume, but this came out in 2006. All right, so this is the first time Shuri came in. This was the first time, the Dora Milaje came back. There's a lot of dope things going on. T'Challa and Storm got married. Oh man, they were doing some great things. So just a couple great stories from this series. Of course, Storm and T'Challa getting married. That was pretty dope. Storm and T'Challa went through different universes, different timelines, fighting different enemies and all that, trying to solve different problems. Also, the Skrulls attacked. When the Skrulls attacked, listen, just if you could find the story where it says "See Wakanda and die," listen, they was on one with that one. Wakanda was able to retain that they can't be conquered. You don't care if you were alien force or not, you still get mopped. All right. So, but that's just a really dope story. So Reginald Hudlin, who wrote most of these stories, did a really great job with that. And for a lot of the new age fans, he's probably one of the better ones, or one of the ones that people enjoy most. Ta-Nehisi Coates, some people have a lot of caused a little bit of controversy when he came on because he was starting to like split Wakanda. Not everybody was a fan of that. So, but still, you know, there's some great things. There's still some great stories from Ta-Nehisi Coates. I really enjoyed the intergalactic empire of Wakanda, where T'Challa was in a different space-time dimension and lost his memories and had to get his memories back. That is a great story as well. So if you can check out that story, feel free to like look it up and whatnot. I'll be covering it soon, but first, until then, I'm going to start with who was the Black Panther. So, again, and the art in it is dope. And the series that came out in 2010 was based on like the first saga of this comic series. So basically what happens is we're reintroduced to T'Challa. He's a young boy. He's a young man, takes over the throne, beats his uncle in ritual combat, and is appointed to be the Black Panther. So, like, right after that, things got crazy. Claw tried to get his revenge for getting his arm taken, and of course, getting his hands on vibranium. And everybody in Wakanda has it out for this guy. Like, everybody wants him dead. So Claw ends up getting the Rhino. He ends up getting Radioactive Man, the Black Knight. I forgot who the French dude is, but he also jumps in, and really just like everybody in Wakanda, Dora, the Warriors, everybody's just like, nah, we ain't having this. So they shut it down. Shuri gets in her first kill, which is kind of traumatically exposed in that regard, but it's great seeing her be introduced for the first time. So, and then Storm jumps in. It's a whole fiasco. It's a whole fiasco. So at the Wakanda Alliance program, normally we do comic readings. So we get the youth together and we all start reading together. Everybody like does their voice acting and all that. I'm still trying to work on my African accent. So if you happen to watch one of the videos and you see me doing a really bad African accent, I'm sorry. I'm still trying to work with it. But I mean, you know, that's a space for us to work on it and get feedback and everything. So it ends up being super exciting. But I think this time around, we're going to switch to doing some videos. You know what I'm saying? Because the series is up there. It's on YouTube, by the way. That animated Black Panther series, it's on YouTube. So if you type in Black Panther cartoon, boom, it's going to come up because it's the only one that's really out there. So, but yeah, the more attention that gets gathered around the animated series, because I guess Marvel doesn't really like to listen, or maybe they do. I don't know. They just, it feels like they don't. You know, as a longtime Black Panther fan, I feel like they could do a lot more. I feel like there could be a lot more effort put into the Black Panther property, right? And it's like, he's been around for ages. He's been around for a long time. And still, just not enough is out there. So, and not even just for T'Challa stories. Like, there's a lot of great other characters out there. Okoye is super dope. Shuri is super dope. You got Vibraxis. You got Gentle. You got M'Baku. You got Ramonda. You got Hunter, who hasn't shown up in a movie yet, but, you know, he might make an appearance soon. Yeah, there's just, like, a lot of characters that I think they could work with, especially because in the last series, Wakanda got expanded to the Intergalactic Empire, which Wakanda's territory covering 5 galaxies is just crazy, right? So that's Star Wars times 5. That Marvel just like, okay, cool, we're going to go in this direction, and they're going to make a sharp left and leave that all behind. Like, the way it was wrapped up was kind of crazy. But still, there's a lot of potential to be done there. But it seemed, I don't know if they slowed down. They kind of like shifted the whole theme. They left the whole space theme alone. So it's like, where does it stand? Right? So are there going to be some mini adventures in the Intergalactic Empire? Because it's like with Star Wars, they do that, right? They introduce a bunch of characters you haven't heard before, and then they do stuff with them. So that's one thing, right? But let's see. I got another book, if you're interested, is Tales of Wakanda. So this is a very thick book, and it's thick because of all the stories that are in here, right? This is 18 different stories written by 18 different authors, and there's a really cool audiobook for this title. So if you go look this up, if you can get it on audiobook, I highly recommend it because the voice acting is super cool. There's only about maybe 2 or 3 readers. There's a female and a male. I think that might be it. But they do a really great job of reading and really putting you in that realm. So I definitely recommend checking this out. All right. Another thing in the Wakanda Alliance program, we actually had a few authors from these stories come in on our program and kind of do a workshop about writing with the youth, and that was crazy because we got just crazy, dope, cool, interesting prompts from people of all different fanhoods. Like some are Black Panther fans, some are not, but they still like had interesting ideas. So what if T'Challa and Storm had their own planet? What if Black Panther went back in time and met his other Panther kings and queens? And then we had some really like otherworldly ones. Like what if they had my favorite one is what if they were Infinity Jordans? So one of the kids they like drew a shoe and then the shoe had different like infinity stones in them, which is a dope idea because maybe it might not be a great comic idea, but as far as branding goes, like listen, if Marvel came out with an Infinity Jordan, I can bet that joint would cost a couple G's. All right, that joint would be fire. Actually, I might need to check around and see. Can somebody please see if y'all can find an Infinity Jordan? If y'all do, let your boy know because I'm super interested in that. So, so what we want to keep doing with the Wakanda Alliance program is gathering these stories, gathering, those different ideas about Wakanda because Wakanda is inspiring me. Wakanda does something different to us, man. Like it's imagining a world where we could excel without colonialism, and that right there is power in itself. Even if it's fictional, it's still like can help you project an idea and an imagination and come up with a great story. Of course, no story is great without conflict. Yeah, whatever story you're gonna have is gonna have some conflict, but at the same time, it could take you a lot of different places. So we really want to gather those stories. I know there's different fan fictions out there. I just found an app called Wattpad, I think. I've heard of it before, but I didn't know exactly what it was for. But apparently, there's been a lot of people writing Black Panther fan fiction, and I had no idea until just last week. So maybe I'll dive into those stories. I started reading one, but I didn't like it, so I'm not gonna talk about it. But I think if I look enough, maybe we'll find something, and then maybe we can unite that Black Panther community. Maybe we can. That's what the Wakanda Alliance is for: is to create an alliance between Black Panther fans so that we can, have a voice, have a solid voice, and, we can have our opinions about where the movie should go and where the show should go and all this stuff. But at the same time, we're showing that we are united, right? That we have something worth listening to. It's also interesting that, there was a Wakanda Con going on and then COVID came and kind of shut that down and we haven't really had anything like that since. So, but again, the movie sparked that. The movie sparked Wakanda Con. The movie sparked people naming their brands after Wakanda or having Wakanda items all over. Like, before the movie came out, you couldn't get Black Panther nothing. Like, you might get a rare shirt from a JCPenney's or a department store, if that, right? Or you'd have to go online, maybe on eBay, somebody pressed a shirt. Maybe it only lasts 5 washes before it's like torn to bits. But that's how we had to exist as fans. But now that the movie's out, they rolling out Wakanda everything. Wakanda blankets, Wakanda trinkets, Wakanda books. There's a Wakandan cookbook, y'all. There's a Wakandan cookbook, a Black Panther cookbook, which I will be getting my hands on. I will be getting my hands on that. And maybe I'll show it off on the gram one time. But yeah, so I'm saying all this, of course, because it is Wakandaverse, it is Wakandaverse Wednesday. This is going to be me kind of just blowing the horn and seeing what other Panther fans are out there to see if y'all have stories, if you're interested in seeing more stories. What type of stories do you want to see? Maybe we just throw some ideas back and forth. We don't have to come up with a whole script or a whole short story, but we can at least ideate and really like get something going. And maybe that's just like an exercise for you to flex your mind, and then maybe you start getting so good you're the next one writing comics, or you're doing your own individual original comic. So that's what the Alliance is. That's what Wakanda Alliance is all about. Cool. So I've been talking a lot. I don't know if anybody had chopped in the comments because I got my eyes split between 120 views, 130 views. Okay, all right, yeah. Instagram popping. Dope. Yeah, I'll be doing some more stuff soon. So again, I've taken a long break from the social media, so I haven't been able to gain that momentum. I made the post just today, so it's totally all right. I'm not tripping about it. I'm saving these videos so I can post them to our YouTube. So follow us on YouTube, Wakanda Alliance Program. If you're on TikTok, follow us on Instagram at Wakanda_Alliance. If you're on TikTok or if you're on Instagram and need to get on TikTok, it's Wakanda_Alliance. I might have that swapped. Type in Wakanda Alliance, we the only one. You'll see us, all right? So, everybody enjoy your Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your week. It's Juneteenth week. Oh, man, I'm excited. I'm keeping this energy up the rest of the month. So if you're enjoying Juneteenth this week, have fun, be safe, party responsibly, show that black pride, show some love. If you are a non-black individual and you want to celebrate Juneteenth, make sure you talk to somebody who is a black individual or who is, from a black or African diasporic energy. Like, make sure that you bring the right energy. Maybe you ask them how you should celebrate it. Don't just like start wearing red, black, and green, trying to show that weird ally shout solidarity type of thing. No, just have a conversation, talk, and have an authentic approach to Juneteenth. All right, if you're not a black person, it's okay. We'll listen. We'll understand. Just come correct, come humbly, and come with respect. All right. So, as for everybody else, yo, it's time. It's time. All right. We've had a crazy year. We've had just past 6 months. The past month alone has been nuts for my people. So it's like we really need this holiday to rock. It's our first, wait, no, maybe our second Juneteenth where it's an official federal holiday. So I think we get a 3-day weekend, y'all. 3-day week. It's going down. We should get the whole week off, but we ain't gotta take it that far. I mean, we got to get some reparations first. I'll take that over a week off from work. Then again, paid week off from work. That's it right there. All right, y'all. I'm off this thing. Y'all be well, be easy, be safe. Peace.